What's up, guys? We're back with another AppalachiaTCG podcast. Your host, Big John Howard, and Just Take Three, Anthony Tony Cardi. We're back, finally. I think my mic's on.
It just took, 2 months?
Lots of going on, guys. If you didn't know, we're actually in a new location.
Yeah.
The AppalachiaTCG headquarters. The HQ, baby. This is where the gaming happens now. And the podcasting, and just all kinds of fun.
Yeah.
If you guys didn't know, I actually opened up a small store now.
Oh, yeah. Pretty impressive.
It has been quite the adventure if you guys haven't been keeping up on YouTube. But anyway, today we're going to talk about what? Dragonstorm?
Yeah.
Return to Tarkir, Dragonstorm, Magic the Gathering. That's going to be our main topic of the day.
I just, there's just so much out of that set. There's so many even playable cards in common. It's unreal. I have searched and searched on MTG, Go Fish, and just constantly looking. There's just so many cards in this set.
So there's a lot we can talk about today. We can start off with Dragonstorm. I think from my viewing of YouTube and everybody else, what they're saying is everybody kind of slept on it because of all the Spider-Man, all the Universes Beyond stuff coming out. Everybody slept on, man, Aether Drift just being a complete flop.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody slept on Dragons of Tarkir Dragonstorm.
And now
the Return to Tarkir. Whatever. The Tarkir Dragonstorm set. I don't know the name exactly.
Well, it's funny how this and this.
Yeah.
This is I believe this is going to be the best set this year. But you got Final Fantasy coming out in June.
Yeah.
And you have Edge, or is that other set? I'm not
Edge of Eternity.
Yeah.
I think everybody's sleeping on it too. I think everybody's so caught up in the Universes Beyond stuff, like Final Fantasy and Spider-Man, that people are forgetting what makes Magic Magic. Like, Bloom Burrow is still one of the best Magic sets out, and everybody still loves it.
Oh,
and there's a reason behind that. It's because it feels like Magic the Gathering.
Oh, I love Bloom Burrow.
Spider-Man and SpongeBob and Final Fantasy coming into the Magic universe doesn't feel like Magic to me. I mean, it's cool, don't get me wrong, but it don't feel like Magic.
You can argue that with even Walking Dead.
Yeah, The Walking Dead. Since the Universe Beyond started, it's been a little.
But it is a fun concept.
Yeah, it's cool. But now you got Final Fantasy going to become a standard set. That's where it's a little odd to me.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how that's going to go. Anyway, I think everybody slept on the Dragonstorm set that's coming out just next week. They already had a pre-release at some of the other stores, but we don't get pre-release because we're not special enough, I guess. But yeah, Dragonstorm, I think everybody slept on it. I ordered a lot of it, and the trading card world is so crazy right now. I can't get anything hardly. I get one box of something, and if I pre-order a case, I might get a box. It's ridiculous. I don't know.
Well, it's also too on that, and that's something we don't really talk about is the politics. What's going on with the tariffs and stuff like that, and I've got my mixed feelings with that stuff, but
so I have been ordering Japanese Pokemon, and they won't even ship it to me right now until the tariffs are cleared till I think the 10th. They're not even going to try.
Yeah.
So that's my knowledge on that. I'm not going to get Japanese Pokemon till then. I don't even know if it's going to be worthwhile even ordering it after the tariffs. It is what it is. I never depended on Japanese Pokemon to begin with. I just kind of liked it because people like Pokemon. We're more Magic the Gathering, Flesh and Blood, and a Pokemon store, which we got a new player in the game, I think, Universes. I think the Universes with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle set is going to be awesome. That's just me.
Oh, yeah, I love turtles. You can't go wrong.
But there's certain, like Flesh and Blood, I can't even get right now. There's no Rosetta. There's no hunted. The trading card world is absolutely insane. That's including sports cards. I've even been putting my finger into sports cards. That's a whole nother ball game. It is trading cards right now in 2025 is absolutely ridiculous. You can still get Aether Drift. I pre-ordered a bunch of Dragonstorm, and I got allocated to nothing, basically.
Yeah.
I got allocated to one commander deck, and guess who gets it? one box. Just, it's absurd. I don't know, and I wasn't one that slept on Dragonstorm. I was like, of course I'm going to get it. It's a new set. Why wouldn't it? It's just like Aether Drift. I got it. I can still get Aether Drift. You can't get Foundations. You can't get, I'll tell you another one, Wilds of Eldraine.
Oh, yeah.
I should have ordered the bejesus out of that, because that was one of the best sets ever printed, and everybody slept on it, and I kept buying it every time I made an order. I bought a Wilds of Eldraine. You can't even get it right now, and the boxes look crazy. So I don't know, there must not be printing it ever again or something.
I tell you what, Benell, on this Dragon Cartera, I mean, this is my set of the year. I wanted to try to get a few, maybe a booster box of Spider-Man, but I'm not really I'm not really a fan of playing with Universes Beyond.
Yeah.
I mean, if there's a cool card, I'm going to put it in my binder, and that's about it. I mean, and I really got a bad feeling with the Lord of the Rings, if we'll get truthful. I mean, Lord of the Rings was really my least favorite set since I've been playing. But
it's like it had good cards, and then all the other cards were just whatever.
Yeah, like
I think that's the thing they're trying to do with Final Fantasy, though. Is like they're trying to put it into standard. There's going to be a big shake up here with the standard, with the Universes Beyond being in it.
Oh yeah.
Arena is going to be insane. It's going to be all Final Fantasy heroes and characters on there.
But I do think it is good because it does allow newer people to come in.
Yeah.
But I wish they would just slow down on the universes and maybe do one set a year.
Yeah.
And go back to 3 boxes or 4 boxes of just classic Magic sets.
Mm-hmm.
You know, visit, Dominaria again, go to the, Aether Drift was set in that, with, oh God, it's right on my head.
Aether Drift, it's not like it was a terrible set. It just, I don't think vehicles and like the Mario Kart-esque theme it had didn't fit into the universe literally at all. Like, that's just me. I don't think, like, it's not saying that's not cool, because, like, kind of, what is it, that movie, Mad Max, that kind of Mad Max theme is cool, but it don't really fit that fantasy vibe of Magic the Gathering.
And I was, with what I was saying was, with Wilds of Eldraine, but Kaladesh. And that was Aether Drift was tucked in that place. Mm-hmm. And one of my favorite sets was the Kaladesh set.
Kaladesh was awesome.
And I started looking through this Aether Drift, and I was like, there ain't really nothing I want in that, because it just did not feel like we was there. And I think that was the mindset behind it. Because they pretty well just banded it, the name and the feel of it. And but I think that was one of my favorite sets ever printed.
Kaladesh?
Yeah. So
my favorite of the most recent sets have been Wilds of Eldraine, Dominaria United.
Dominaria United
brought me and you both back to Magic together. Really.
Yeah.
That's when we started anyway. Maybe that's why we like it so much. I don't know, but they reprinted Monastery Swiftspear. That was awesome.
And I tell you what, All Will Be One is still right there.
All Will Be One's all right. It wasn't one of mine.
I mean, it had a little more horror theme.
Yeah, I like the Phyrexian stuff, but I don't know. I don't like toxic counters. I hate them.
Well, just 10 of them takes you out.
Yeah, I don't like toxic counters.
But I think I think Dragons as a way to get the tribe back up and going, tribal decks.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Dragon, this was long overdue. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, so this is like a premium commander set too. So you get 5.
Yeah, 5.
And they have different
weird.
clans.
Yeah.
From what I understand, they have different clans you can play. It's going to be absurd what it does to Commander. I don't know what's going to do to Commander, but it's going to be absurd. So what we're doing at AppalachiaTCG now is like we tried to play Standard. We did because our buddies down at East KY, they have the RCQ, and all the other big stores in Kentucky have like RCQ Standard.
Yeah.
But we also just couldn't get enough players. And like Standard changes so much, so fast. We're just gonna focus on Popper and Commander, casual Commander and Popper on the nights. So if you're in Eastern Kentucky and McGoffin County, Kentucky, come check us out on Thursday nights. We'll be playing Popper.
Yeah.
And we'll be playing a couple friendly games of Commander, and we'll call it a night, Magic the Gathering.
And I like the idea of maybe doing on Saturday, just an open game day.
Yeah, that'd be good too.
Just where newer players want to come in, because it's a little hard to tell somebody to come out on Thursday, and you're like, oh, we're playing Popper, and they're like, I don't know what that is, and it's like, come out, check us out, and then come back, and we'll teach you how to play.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have to play every time I'm down here.
No.
I mean, if I can help somebody play, that's really what I want to do, and that's want to try to bring some kind of positive atmosphere, into this space.
Yeah. Magic, a lot of people, like even I have sports collectors that come in now and they'll be like, man, that looks cool. They'll be looking at Flesh and Blood and Magic stuff. They're like, that looks cool. All these deck boxes look cool. They're just like, I don't understand it. I was like, you're not going to understand unless you play it, I promise. Yeah, you have to play it.
But when you're talking about sports collecting, it is 90% investment.
Yeah.
Collecting. That's really, and that's how it's been from the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
That's investment. That's where you want to find your older people at, chasing, some rare baseball or basketball or football player.
I'm telling you, like if you thought the pull rates and stuff was bad, trading card games, just get you go get you a retail box at Walmart of like the latest sports, and you'll be regretting your life because you won't hit nothing, and they're all like 25-cent cards.
Yeah. That's really when you hit something special in that world. That
is the good thing. When you hit something, you really hit something. But it's very few and far between.
And I tell you what, and I'm not seeing anybody on YouTube gripe about this on the Dragon, but the pull rates has plummeted.
Yeah.
You're not you ain't gonna make your money back. I mean, unless you are super lucky.
Yeah.
And you got 15 or 16, I hate to say what it'd be in 2 months in the collector world. Because they're already selling them for right at, over $300 on TCG player?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and people is getting hosed. Because you need like 5 cards to make your money back.
If you guys get into cracking packs and boxes, stuff like that, now, I'm a fan of like if you're going to be a competitive player, just buy the cards you want. You're going to save so much money. If you're a competitive player, buy your cards. If you're a hardcore collector, buy that card, put it up, I guess. But if you want to have fun, the thrill, the hunt, that is real. People, we cracked so many Pokemon packs down here, Flesh and Blood. Some boxes are just absolute garbage. Like, that's just the way it is. Like, you won't hit anything in that whole box that you spent,
at least
almost $100 on. What it's according to what you get. Flesh and Blood's a little cheaper than Magic, but Magic's like I said, $120 right now for their play boosters. And Flesh and Blood's all over the place. But sometimes you'll open a box, you will not get anything. I have opened enough. I've seen enough cracked right here. I've done it myself. I've seen all my buddies do it. Some boxes are just absolute trash. Like, it's just the way it is.
Or sometimes you need to have a little luck on your side, because I bought my first Flesh and Blood box.
Yeah.
And I pulled a Supit card. And didn't even know what I had when I done it.
Oh my God, that was a good pull. That really was. So we had a case of heavy hitters. All right, Tony bought a box. Normally whenever somebody hits a big card, I hear about it. Tony hits the Balance of Justice Code Full for you Flesh and Blood fans out there. I'm thinking the whole box is just trash after that. I'm just like, it was $200 card. That paid for
it paid almost everything.
Yeah, it would have paid off the whole case or something almost.
And I still had about 40.
It still had good cards.
Yeah. It was an unreal box.
I ended up cracking the last heavy hitters because nobody was buying it. And there was another Balance of Justice in there, Rainbow Full. 2 legendaries in this case. Absolutely ridiculous. I like, what do you do? That is like 2 legendaries in the same case. Now, the craziest box I've ever seen is 2 legendaries in the same box.
Yeah, that would be crazy.
And then we had a new player that come in. They cracked their last packs of Rosetta. They ended up hitting a Fable. A Marvel Sigil of Lightning.
Yeah.
So he spent $35 and made $35 off of me.
He made his money back.
Yeah.
And but now you're talking. This is not guaranteed to do this.
No, I've seen enough. Now you'll have other sets like Monarch that people will not hit anything for 2 cases, then they'll hit like the craziest card on the existence.
Oh yeah, it's unreal, and I tell everybody who come in, I always peddle this place.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I just take it slow, because especially this is a very expensive hobby.
Yeah.
When you're looking at deck boxes, around $25, and they're pretty cool too, by the way. But when you start looking at Dragon Shield, it's unreal.
Well, we need a whole podcast about this Dragon Shield and why they need to sponsor me, and because I sell the crap out of it. I don't sell enough as what they would want to sponsor me, I don't think, but I love Dragon Shield. I don't know how. I honestly, and I'll leave it at this, but we're going to do a whole Dragon Shield podcast, but I honestly don't know how anybody uses anything else, especially if it's in Commander. I do not know how you use any other sleeve besides Dragon Shield.
That AI feels similar.
Yeah.
But, at the end of the day, Dragon Shield does feel the best.
When it comes over, if it goes over 60 cards, I don't know how anybody uses anything, because they just slip off and fall on the floor every time I use it.
Oh, yeah. That's like that.
Dragon Shield stays pretty in there. Like, I've had them, slip off, but it's just the best. I won't recommend anything else to anybody.
Well, I don't like Ultra Pro.
No, I've tried. Now the deck boxes, okay, it's whatever.
Oh, no, the deck boxes
and the binders, that's fine. But I'm telling you right now, when it comes to sleeves, if you care about your cards, do not get anything but Dragon Shield.
Yeah, I would have to.
Somebody just linked a photo in the Discord of them putting an expensive Flesh and Blood card in their pocket. It had a Dragon Shield in it, and it got machine washed. And that card was still actually kind of playable.
That's rare.
These things will save your cards one day, I promise.
Oh yeah, and you're not really thinking how much investment money wise you're putting in this stuff.
That's the greatest thing about collecting and trading card games, is that your stuff does appreciate. Yeah. So it's not like buying a digital video game.
No, and you don't even have the rights to that game.
No. You don't have the rights to video games at all anymore.
And even movies. If you buy a digital movie, PlayStation done that.
I think that's what's happened. This is my theory now. We're getting into theory time. Tony, we're getting into theory time.
Oh, okay.
Everything has went digital, and I love technology. Don't get me wrong. I love technology. I work in IT. And and I love computers, but I think everything has went so digital now.
Yeah.
That's why trading cards are going absolutely nuts, because you can still collect these things. You can still resell them. You can still invest in them. It's something you can hold. You can't go and buy video games anymore off the shelf hardly. You can.
Yeah, but if it's a popular game, they won't be sold out. You won't have to travel to get them, or you won't order online.
Yeah,
and
it's not the same. Even movies.
Yeah, movies is
like people used to collect DVDs, VHS. I think like the movie industry is just bombing right now. Everything's digital. Everybody streams.
Yeah,
it's not the same. It's not the same. Like you could go to yard sales and thrift stores, and you could pick DVDs off your favorite DVD you wanted to collect. You get it for like $5 or something.
Well, I tell you, this is a funny.
I mean, you can still do that, but
Dogma.
Yeah.
Dogma. You remember that?
Yeah, oh yeah, the movie. Yeah.
That movie is so hated. You can't even buy that.
Really?
It is like
the Kevin Smith movie.
Yeah. Jay and Silent Bob.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's hilarious.
But it's so religious based.
Yeah, it is.
And they're really swinging all around the table on that. But,
yeah.
And it is so hard to find. If you find a loose copy of that floating in a dresser, maybe even Goodwill and
pick it up.
Yeah, just pick it up, because it is so. That's a rare DVD. I know you can order it off of the actual his website.
Yeah.
Silent Bob's website, but I couldn't even get it to go in the cart when I seen it. I was like, and it just wouldn't. It was just there as a teaser.
Yeah.
Cause I was looking at the quick stop.
Yeah.
I was wanting to be.
I need like a we are open sign on the store.
But yeah, it's so crazy. The collectible VHSs, all that stuff. That's.
I think. I swear. I think that's what it is. It's cause all these big collectors that's been going through the generations. Now we're on a whole different generation now. It's 2025.
Oh yeah, yeah.
The people that collect people like to collect new stuff too.
Yeah.
And the thing that hasn't changed since the 90s is trading cards.
Yeah.
Like you have the digital games, but nobody that's the same. You can't collect Magic the Gathering Arena.
No. And what happens if you put hundreds of dollars into the arena?
Then all of a sudden you need money, or you run into problems, or
yeah,
And Arena, you can't even buy the card you want. Like you can craft it, if you get enough of those crafting points.
Yeah. But what I was saying is, what happened if Arena just goes down and they're wanting to open up a new thing?
They could. They've done it before.
And at the end of the day, you might be a paid player, and it's like, oh, I just spent this for nothing. Because you don't have nothing. I mean, I'd rather buy a physical product. Like
these cards right here, even though they're junk, these Pokemon cards right here, they're at least worth more than a card on Magic the Gathering Arena. Well, at least I can hold them. That is one thing I will say, and this is somebody that loves technology. Like, the digital world has ruined a lot of stuff, and like the collectors are just gone. They've moved on to different things, like trading cards, I think, because at least they can get it.
I mean,
the fake cards is getting out of hand, though. Golly.
And I'm all for proxies.
Mm-hmm.
If it's states on the card,
clearly marked.
Proxy.
Clearly marked.
Now, if what people does is, and I don't know if you've run into this yet, because where you buying cards off of people as a reback.
I haven't seen that yet. I've seen some people have brought me fakes, and a lot of them say they just got from somebody else, and I believe them because I have seen all the fakes that they've run. Clearly fake. They'll have that weird foiling on them, or they'll have like it'll feel weird, and then all of a sudden they'll have like real cards, like old real cards that nobody thinks is worth anything.
Yeah.
And like I was like, oh crap! I was like, you actually have real cards here. It's like, let's look at these. They're not the best shape, but these Pokemon cards is probably the biggest ones that's faked.
Yeah, and then you got Magic.
And
Magic but proxies, what they do is the backs of the proxies it's labeled. If you get off of a good legit website,
yeah, the back won't look nothing like the.
But what they're doing is they're taking a razor blade and they're slicing it, and then they're gluing it, and to keep it the weight, they're slicing a real card like a mana, and then they're gluing it on and rebacking it with a real back with that, and they're very.
They're going to the extent that's.
They're out to make people buy. Think they're getting something they're not.
I've had a lot of people try to sell me fakes, and they're not even good fakes. I don't think they're doing it on purpose. I haven't had anybody try to pass one over on me on purpose yet. I will say that. But I'll just straight up tell them, like, man, this fake, I can't take it. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I don't know where you got it from, but go get your money back if you can.
Yeah.
Like, now I'm not going to be perfect. I know I'm probably going to screw up. Somebody's probably going to slip one by me eventually. They slip them by a PSA and they have magnifying glasses and stuff. So, It is what it is. But usually you can tell if they're fake. I wish I try to get rid of them as quick as I can because I don't want to get them mixed up in real cards.
The feel's different. I've watched Rudy several times, and he talks about the fake card world, and he's like, you can't. If you're handling cards all the time, you can kind of protect because you want to know what the real card feels like.
Yeah. So I'll say right here in Eastern Kentucky, there's this place called Bull Creek. I'm going to call them out, I guess. Probably make them all mad. I like Bull Creek. I go over there for some cheap crap, and that's what it is. Pokemon, there's fake Pokemon over there. All right?
Oh, yeah.
Be wary of that. Sometimes they will have real cards, though. You got to be careful. But if you want trustworthy, buy from the local stores, buy from me, buy from Southern Cards in Paintsville, buy from East KY and Betsy Lane. Buy those cards. Even in Syersville, we have a sports card store, and they carry some Pokemon, the Syersville sports card. They're in the Peddler's Mall. Buy from all of us. If you're wanting singles and stuff like that, and of course, I got the singles website blowing up like crazy. But you got to learn to protect yourself. Yeah. I'm just trying to help you protect your investment. I'm trying to protect myself too. I argued with actually, I will have one that tried to pass one off on me. It was through email though. And it was a golden one from Alibaba. I was like, ma'am, I said, that card is clearly fake. I won't be able to take it. And she's like, well, it looks real. It feels real. And so I said, they don't make those. And she said, well, it feels real. It's a real card. I was like, I know it's an actual physical thing, but it's not like Pokemon doesn't print that card. She's like, yeah, it is. Here it is. I was like, then I sent her a link to Alibaba or AliExpress. I was like, you can literally get all these for 55 cents. Yeah. I was like, I'm sorry, I'm not going to be able to take that card. And that really does hurt the collectible world. Yeah. Especially in Pokemon. So, I get called bad names, stuff like that. It's whatever. I've been called plenty bad names since I've started dealing with Pokemon. I don't know what it is with Pokemon, but... even, you got to watch, too, like, there's so many counterfeiters out there. Mm-hmm. And that's straight what it is. There's the purses you got to watch too. Oh yeah. Cologne. Shoes. Socks. There's counterfeit cologne. Yeah, there's counterfeit everything. If somebody can make a quick dollar off of you, they're going to make. All this stuff comes from China, so like they ain't got no laws over there for counterfeiting stuff. Like you can make whatever you want in China. That's why it comes over here really cheap. Yeah. Like they have Tommy Hilfiger shirts or something like that be made in China with the logos looks clearly like Tommy Hilfiger or something. Yeah. And they'll have it for $5. Tommy Hilfiger shirt's like $25-$30. Oh yeah. Or it used to be. I don't know if Tommy Hilfiger's cool anymore, but it used to be back in the day. Yeah. Yeah, but we're old. But well, we've got off on a tangent. But it is a good topic, is how to protect yourself. And
That's what I tell a lot of people is learn, take your time when you're moving in. Buy from the reputable people and just don't rush out and buy everything just because you have the money.
Now, I have bought off TCG Player before, and I think I've come across some fake cards.
Yeah.
That's just going to happen. It wasn't an expensive card, but the one I have it wrote down like, is this fake? It's the weirdest looking feelings card ever, but...
Didn't you even take it to East Kentucky?
I think so, and they couldn't tell either. I was like, this is a weird one. I was like, but if you're questioning it at all, like that all automatically almost makes you think it's fake to me. If you have like any question, it's just like, oh, okay. The only problem you get when it comes to Magic, I found out, is the old cards, they have different tints on them. And that's the hardest ones.
And now if you're looking at beta and alpha, the corners is what you need.
The corners and then
because they're 2 different degree cuts.
If it's new cards though, it's pretty clear, kinda. The feeling.
But now you kind of can't say that because if you get a U.S. printed Magic card, and you get something printed in Japan, the card quality in Japan feels so much better.
That's true. That's where a lot of Flesh and Blood, their printing manufacturers there comes from Japan.
And now you got that card game they're trying to get you to run and everything.
Universes? Or Alpha Clash?
Alpha Clash.
Yeah.
Them cards feels amazing.
Yeah, they do.
I mean, if you're a stickler on the feel of something and the weight, them feels amazing.
Yeah.
You cannot beat that. But, I mean, it's insane how the collectible world is.
It is. But yeah, I think that's what happened is like a lot of people, they wanted to collect their movies and stuff like that, and that's kind of just like, it's not practical at all now.
No.
Zero practical. I mean, having 100 million cards ain't really practical either, but at least you can store it in a shoebox usually.
Yeah, or you could buy...
DVDs, you have to put them on shelves. Games, you have to put them on big shelves. Funkos,
that's my biggest fear. I mean, I like the idea of Funkos.
I do too. I like them. I need to find a Funko buyer.
But it is, my biggest fear is because they're not little.
No, they take up room.
And I'm like, do I want to dedicate a big area for Funkos? And I'm so weary I'm like, I do not want to be cluttered. I just don't.
But people just like buying and collecting things. And I think video games where they went digital, movies have went pretty much digital and streaming. Like you can even stream video games. Like it's just not the same. Like they just announced the Nintendo Switch 2.
Oh yeah,
and the prices have went up on it. Like it's $80 for a game now.
$80, and they're at $450. But what did you think about what they done to the scalpers?
What did they do?
Oh, you ain't seen it? You got to have 50 hours of gameplay.
Yeah.
And 12 months of their online thing.
Oh!
Before you can pre-order.
Really?
Yeah, you have to. I mean, Nintendo is trying to put a reasonable on the scalpers.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Because there was already some bots was trying to buy them at the 400 or pre-order, and then they found listings on eBay of $950.
The people are going to great lengths for collectibles. They have there is bots out there. They crash websites. I mean,
secret layers.
Like, I have a small website, and I was listing stuff on it, but then if I would have put, like, Journey Together on there, like, even the small amount I had, they probably would have crashed it instantly. Because I only got, like, one server, and I don't have, like, a good network, network management that duplicates the servers and sends traffic to different places. Like, I don't have them going to do different servers. I just have the one server box. So it would have been catastrophic. Like the server would have just crashed instantly if bots would have hit it.
Yeah.
That's my biggest fear about putting stuff online. And then, like, even the Pokemon Center, I heard they can't even keep their website up. So if the Pokemon Center can't keep their website up,
How you want to do it?
How in the world is AppalachiaTCG going to keep their website up? I have no idea.
But I mean,
Load management, that's what it's called. Balance management, balance and load management on the server.
I do think, on the whole scale of the Dragons and the Tarkir and everything, the pull rate is so low. It's going to be very hard to get what you want because you're not going to get it. And if there's that Civic card you're wanting to put up in a binder, you're probably not going to get it. It's probably going to be best just to get on TCG Player or eBay or wherever you feel comfortable buying it at, and just buy the card straight out. Cause it's going to be. I've watched several people that are just not getting the cards.
I was and back to Dragonstorm. Sometimes guys like there is stores out there and TCG Player that has crazy deals. Okay, like no joke. I'm shouting them out just for you. I see it all the time. Is like the Dragonstorm play boosters. Somebody had them for $102 a TCG Player, and TCG Player was advertising for them.
Yeah,
$102 for a play booster.
Yeah,
that's at cost. So I mean, if you're paying $102 for a play booster, that's nothing.
Yeah.
Because they normally go for $130, $140 according to where you're at and places. But I don't know how they're doing it. To be honest with you, I'm just like they're making no money.
TCG Player had a play booster.
Yeah.
For $125.
Yeah.
And that was 91 plus listens. And I was like, so I mean I do like that, but I've seen when Ether Drift, and they was trying to sell it for $150 everywhere, and that just that just did not do it for me.
Ether Drift was a flop. I didn't like it either. I don't even know if I pulled one card from it. I might have pulled the commander decks and got one of the commanders out because it was just a crazy commander and it broke stuff, but not even played it. That's another thing about playing standard is I don't play it enough to, get into it. Like we don't play it enough in person to get the call. It's almost better to invest in arena if that's all you want to do is play standard.
But it just really depends. There's less mess on arena.
Yeah.
If you just want to play the game, you don't really got a lot of time. You can't really run out to LGS or a local play group. It is nice. You're still able to play, but that's really is the convenience.
Yeah, the standard's not taking off here at all. It's just, I guess, too much happens, and it might be a little too expensive.
There's only one person really plays standard coming down here,
and he's going to RCQ. So
I mean, he
got his invite to RCQ. So shout outs to Scotty for doing that. That's awesome.
Yeah,
we're gonna try to get him a shirt with the logo on it and try to represent him a little bit. But yeah, he's the only one that plays standard. I like standard. But I have played more on arena than I ever have in person. Like I don't know why I would focus on it in person because you can just grind out games and get better.
But I love playing in person.
Yeah, in person is by far the best way to play card games.
I mean, I wish people who was coming down here and playing like Commander would be more open to play, pre-con.
Yeah.
Because it isn't fun just to sit around the table and BS and, and cut on each other.
Drink Mountain Dew and...
a little smack talking, that's good every now and then. And, but now when you got one person playing, at so high levels, and it's like, I don't care if I win or lose. That is not this issue.
Yeah.
It's like, but when you're constantly playing with people like that, it's like, oh, I don't really like this. And it's like, because the magic is gone.
Yeah.
The fun. But But it's very hard when you tell this is a competitive game. Flesh and Blood's competitive. There's more.
Flesh and Blood's way more competitive. But it's 1-on-1 too.
And when you got Commander, it's like
my opinion on Commander, I've never been able to want to play it competitively. Ever.
No.
Like I just can't do it. Like I just don't want to. I don't have the need or want or desire to play it at a high level.
I mean,
I like to have fun with it. Like I want to make a Pedalgriff deck and just have fun. Just do stupid stuff. That's my idea of fun in Commander.
Just piddle around,
Yeah, just to have fun, get people together, drink Mountain Dew,
but when you
collect and enjoy this hobby.
So when you're playing with people in that high level, you have to start sacrificing a fun deck to make it stupid.
Yeah.
You need at least one stupid deck in your arsenal.
Yeah.
But and for me that's my squirrels. Cause I went full in on squirrels.
Yeah, I used to keep like a high competitive deck and then just like a fun deck.
Just
every time I've played like a highly competitive Commander deck, I like even if I win, even on MTGO, I'm just like, this is not fun. Like I want to play Kali and do something stupid.
Yeah.
I want to just do something. I don't know. Like that's just how I want to play Magic. I don't want to compete and counter everything, and I just I don't like you have to counter people every now and then. You don't want people to just do whatever they want.
Yeah.
But it just
there got to be a balance.
Yeah. Commander.
You need to feel like you are. It ain't like Yu-Gi-Oh, where I've heard this joke so many times is to play Yu-Gi-Oh, you're just watching the other person play and you just sit there. I mean, they just
We've not played Yu-Gi-Oh.
No, I want to. I want to get into it. I want to buy a box. But it's like I thought I was going to be so good to try to play Lorcana.
Yeah.
And that is a stupid hard game, okay? It's like Flesh and Blood makes more sense.
Let's flip the Lorcana a minute. I think it's getting ready to
boom.
I think it's getting ready to crash.
Oh.
I think.
Oh, what's going on?
I just don't think people's enjoying it. They allocated me to like one box for some reason, so I don't know if that means it's selling somewhere else.
Yeah.
But I heard people like one of the bigger YouTubers that I watch about running a card store is RNG Games. He said he's quitting carrying it because it just sits there.
Really?
Nobody wants it. So if he's doing that,
is that the one in West Virginia?
No, this one's in New Jersey, I think.
Oh.
I don't know about the guy, kitchen table.
Yeah.
He won't carry Flesh and Blood anymore because he had a falling out with him, I think.
Oh.
I think. Don't quote me on that. I think they had a falling out or something like that. I don't know exactly what happened. I love Louie. I love Kitchen Table TCG. They're awesome, but he's mostly a Magic the Gathering store. And Pokemon. I think everybody, if you run trading cards, you have to be a Pokemon store at this point because it's like
you gotta get people in the door somehow.
Pokemon's just so ridiculous right now. It went. This is how my Pokemon experience went. All right. It went to. This is basically all you're allowed to buy is Pokemon. I'm like, well, that sucks. Like all I could buy was Pokemon and Flesh and Blood. Flesh and Blood, I was all into Pokemon. Myself, I would crack packs. I tried to get my son into cracking packs on YouTube channel. I'd buy him a pack here and there, 3 packs, 4 packs, make him do it live. I said, son, you need to do like a YouTube channel of Pokemon. I tried to get him into it, and he was kind of into it, and he kind of wasn't, so that didn't fall through. So I ended up putting the cards back, and I never did get Pokemon. Even when he was little, I never did get Pokemon cards.
Well, I was in the Pokemon world.
Because I always played Magic the Gathering first.
I got into Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, and then I was in, for a little time, it was Harry Potter.
Harry Potter cards?
Yeah.
I didn't know they made Harry Potter cards.
They're high. If you want to go look at them, they're high.
So then when we started back into Magic and collecting again, I was like, all right, I'm going to try to figure out this grading stuff. So I started buying, I got on Whatnot, and I would bid on just like trading cards. I was like, I need to get these in person. Try to figure this grading stuff out, because it makes no sense to me. And I mean, I overpaid for some stuff, so I ain't gonna lie. This is a learning experience for you. I overpaid for like 7s, 8s. Yeah. All this stuff, I just thought it was cool. I was like, man, this is cool anyway. Like, I just like having these graded cards. 7s and 8s, 9s are almost worthless. So, it's according to what the card is, but they're basically worthless. You're almost better off selling them as a rare card, a raw card.
And I don't see how people is grading Pokemon, especially them. Any of the EV evolutions.
Yeah.
Because if they come back a 10 from PSA, they're paying up.
You got a premium for getting rare high dollar card graded. You pay a premium, like more money to get that card graded.
I was watching on TikTok, and this person was opening his package from TCG Player. He said he spent $400. He had 2 cards in. 2 cards. I was like, oh, Jesus.
But I cracked Pokemon packs, and then I got the store going, and some of the distributors, that's all they would sell me was Pokemon. And that Pokemon, this is before Sergeant Sparks, the Stellar Crown and Obsidian Flame would sit there for months on end.
Yeah.
And I ended up just cracking them and just selling the singles.
Yeah, that's probably.
Then I got so disheartened with Pokemon that I didn't even pre-order Surgeon Sparks. And then now, it went absolutely berserk. Absolutely berserk. Surgeon Sparks did. It got to where I couldn't order Stellar Crown. I couldn't order Obsidian Flame. Couldn't order 150 watt. I couldn't order anything. It's just gone. So Flesh and Blood and Magic kept me rolling. So I started pre-ordering Pokemon, and the Prismatic Evolutions didn't get allocated to nothing. But this Journey Together set it done very well, and now I have the Destined Rivals coming. I've learned by some Pokemons. I mean, I still don't have my favorite one's Alakazam or Abracadabra. That's my favorite Pokemon, but. It's just so crazy how it went from nobody wanting. I mean, people wanted it.
Yeah.
People wanted Pokemon, all right, but they wanted it way below market price. So that's the only way they'd buy it. Even below MSRP. That's the only way you could sell it. Like, you was just losing money if you sold it. So I just cracked it and got singles myself and started getting them graded, or just sold what I didn't want online.
It's just so hard right now.
And now you can't get it. You cannot get anything. It's ridiculous. You can't get Magic. You can't get Flesh and Blood. You can't get Pokemon. You can't get Alpha Clash. You can't get Universes. You can't get Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't know what's going on. It's ridiculous. Sports cards is a whole nother ballgame. You can't get nothing.
But, it's so hard right now, too, to gauge what is going to be a good set of anything.
Yeah. Pokemon is just... it's like you have to order Pokemon now. Like, I went from dreading ordering Pokemon to I have to order Pokemon because it's going to sell instantly.
Yeah, you got to gauge. You can't gauge what sells and what don't.
Yeah,
I mean, it's even in Magic. I think this set, especially for the tribal players in Magic, I think that's going to do good. I think it's going to be well received. But
Dragons, Magic, I was like, I gotta order the new set, even though everybody's saying it sucks. Aether Drift, and you can still get collectors of it.
But you know what's funny? Here in about another year or two,
people will be wanting it. I guarantee people will be wanting Aether Drift for something, and then it'll be gone.
Yeah, it's just how it works.
Trading cards is the weirdest.
Cause that's like Wilds of Eldrin.
Yeah.
When I realized there was 4 or 5 cards I needed out of that set, and I tried to get you to order a box because you sold your last box.
It was gone. It was just gone. You couldn't order it no more.
It's just like, what the far is going on?
It is. Wildland Drain was such a good set. I love that set.
And you know,
I couldn't believe I didn't know. I couldn't believe how cheap it was for so long. I was like, how is this cheap? This don't make any sense.
And you know what the problem is, and it won't be my problem, is I'm not a Final Fantasy person.
Yeah.
Never was. Everybody who knows me knows that. But there's going to be a handful of cards out of
that you'll need.
I'm going to have
for something to work right. Yep.
And it's going to be like, I don't want, because I don't want nothing of that. I don't want the commander decks. I don't, like I said, Lord of the Rings, I love Lord of the Rings. And that's really put that bad taste in my mouth. I'm like,
I mean, Commander, like, if we was bigger into Commander,
yeah,
I think we would probably like these sets a lot more. I love Universes Beyond. I got the SpongeBob set. I got the Ghostbusters set. I got the Chucky set. I got get all the secret layers. I try to get them all. I love them. I don't like playing with them, but I get them. I even took down my Captain America deck the other day and just put it back up.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad to hear that. Captain was
I didn't really enjoy playing him. Like, he was okay, but
I mean, he crewed everything to him. And
yeah.
Like, oh, that ain't right. Oh, you're hitting me 21 damage. Oh, I just want to sit over here and
dead.
It's just like, oh.
He was so hard to get stuff going though if he didn't hit cards.
Yeah, that's the problem with most commander, even precon, is getting proper tutors.
Yeah.
You need. Because you need ways.
Every tutor's about $30 or more.
Yeah, and you need multiple of them.
Mm-hmm. Especially if you're multicolored.
So, that would work. I mean, there's usually what? Blue has 2 or 3 tutors.
Yeah.
White has 2 or 3.
Black has a lot. Black
yeah.
probably has the most.
Yeah. And green
has like 1.
I mean, it has little to nothing.
But the thing about green is you can ramp so fast.
Yeah, you need ramp more than you need tutoring for stuff. But red don't really have. Because red's all basically burn. It's like, I'm going to burn this place down.
See, that's what, honestly, red was my favorite to play. It just wasn't competitive. It's the only reason I tore it down. Red was my favorite to play, mono red, and just do stupid things.
But red runs out of gas.
Yeah, it does. Like, especially in game, because you're not doing enough damage unless you're like doing some kind of crazy something at the end.
You know, and this is a topic I'm going to talk when I start doing my YouTube back. But I think blue has a rival, player base, and they're mostly white. White has become mainly control decks.
White is very controlling.
I mean,
you play a white and blue deck, you're controlling everything.
I mean, white, I think it's rivaling blue. And before you know it, blue players is going to be loved to play with, and white's just going to be.
I like white. I like white and red. That's probably my favorite colors. I like black. I like all colors besides. My least favorite actually is blue.
But I think it's going to come where blue is want to be favored over. You sit down, especially across the table, with somebody, and they're like, "Oh, I'm playing this mono white deck," and they're just going to be like, "Well, not with me." And that's where it's going.
You think?
Yeah, because there's, blue has always been that deck. Everybody's like, and there's jokes about it, and I watch this person.
You got all the ties in blue or white. You got the wedding rings. You got, if we're talking commander, I'm talking commander here. You got smothering tithe. You got pacifisms. You got swords and plowshares.
And then you got nefarious protection.
Yeah, nefarious. Yeah.
That's white.
You got all white is, then you got Wrath of God. You can white boards. White's very strong in commander. It's hard not to play commander and not have a little white in it.
And even there you got a lot of land destruction in white too. So I'm really thinking whites want to be the color people's want to learn to hate. So I mean, and I think people's gonna love blue.
Yeah, White went from like a life gain, laughing stock to very powerful board wipe and protections and
just counter. That's basically all you're doing there.
Mm-hmm.
And then plus you got life gain, and I've seen a combo where you can do, I forget the cards, and it's just like, you can get up to 1,000 life in a turn. It's like, I mean, you can't play with people.
That's awesome.
Unless you're trying to poison. That's the only way you want to take them people out.
And Path of Exile, you got all the good single drop cards in White.
And then Alex has been buying up this one card on White. It removes counters put on you, like poison counters and toxic and infect. And it's like, and you can use it on yourself because the official rules to Magic Together is if you have something that says Planeswalker, technically, when you sit down to play a game of Magic, you are a Planeswalker. And that's official rule.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you know, I think if people can start smacking, and there's certain cards that says kill Planeswalker, destroy, and it's like a 1-drop, so you can swing on.
I don't know if that goes to the player or not, or just like a Planeswalker card.
No, by the official rules, technically you can use it on as a turn 1 deal and win.
I ain't never heard that one.
I mean, if I've not misunderstood that, I hope I did, to be truthful, because that would just be super.
I mean, turn 1, you lose.
Yes, just like. You imagine how stupid that would be actually in a tournament standard if that was printed in standard. Somebody gets that in turn 1, they're just like, huh? Because I'm swinging it on you, so it's like, you're a Planeswalker technically. But technically, by the rules, you are a Planeswalker playing a game of Magic. And like Flesh and Blood, ain't you considered the hero?
You're playing the hero, but like his life has to go down for you to lose.
Yeah, so. Or
you run out of cards. So it's technically, you would end up losing health, so you just kind of concede at that point. No. You don't actually lose. Even if you ain't got no cards, you just technically, there ain't no way for you to win.
So they didn't put that buffer in there.
No, you would just, if you're out of cards, you basically can't do anything. So, you would just lose eventually.
So it's like milling a person out.
Yeah.
They can't conform their stated effect, like in Magic. You can't continue the game. Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay.
Well, I mean, the thing with Magic, though, is like, if you still had cards on the board that you could use to play on Flesh and Blood, you could still use it, but you have to have cards to pitch to do any action, pretty much.
Yeah. But
the thing with Magic is, like, you would have creatures out there, so you could technically still do stuff, so I'm not sure. It just, if you can't draw a card, you can't do...
Well,
if you can't draw a card, I think you lose in Magic.
That's a sated effect. Yeah. You have to draw a card.
Yeah, that's where you lose in Magic. Like, if you can't draw a card, you lose.
Yeah. So
Flesh and Blood don't have that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they don't have that. Like, it's if your life total goes down, that's when you lose the game.
I remember Marcus's boy was playing, and that come to the question because TJ, is that his name? TJ. Mm-hmm. He got Marcus's boy down or girl down or something. I don't know which one was playing.
Yeah.
And it come down to it is they basically milled him out, or them out. And they was like, I won, didn't I? And they're like, technically, and Michael was saying that, technically you did, but technically you didn't. So
yeah.
It's like,
no, if they run out of cards, the other player wins. Like all they have to do is keep swinging, and they can't do nothing. Like they eventually do.
So
all they have to do is, like, literally, if you had 4 cards in your hand, and you had the weapon. All you have to do is keep pitching.
Yeah.
And get your cards back. Keep pitching.
Yeah.
And then you could swing at your weapon and just keep hitting them, and they couldn't do nothing. So they'd eventually lose that way.
Yeah. But it's you got to chip them down.
Yeah. But the Flesh and Blood, we still have a Pro Quest coming the 26th, Saturday the 26th down at East KY. I will be organizing it. Hopefully, we need to find a judge. We got 20 days.
20 days.
They're already sending me the ProQuest stuff, so I guess it's happening. We're gonna try our best to bring it.
And be streaming all day.
Hopefully, be streaming. Me and Tony, you're gonna come with me, ain't you? We're gonna try to host it and stream it live. Should be pretty epic. I even got the big pole there back there, so we need to test that some. Probably do that some this week too. Test that out.
And if I was playing big in Flesh and Blood, I'd be trying to play.
Yeah.
But
yeah. You definitely want. If you can play in this, I would play in it. This is you could be a professional Flesh and Blood player winning this. So that's big.
It's not just a small tournament.
I thought I was going to be able to host it here, but the amount of people that's going to be coming it's not even possible. Not even at the diner, I don't think it's possible. So we're having to team up with East KY, which is where a lot of this stuff began. So East Kentucky Cards and Collectibles, we're down there 26th.
The first person I really bought, and maybe you too in a long time, was off of JR.
Yeah, he was the first one that sold us Magic cards. Yeah. But he was working at page 3.
Yeah.
And he set us up a table, which was awesome, and he let us play.
Yeah, and they was busy.
Oh yeah, they was.
Everything, and we showed up. Basically, didn't really know. I didn't know nothing, to be truthful.
I've just been playing Arena.
And I think that was me. The actual try to play a physical game was in page 3 in Pikeville. Probably one of the most holiest grounds in this region.
Yeah.
Because page 3 is a legend.
Yeah.
And but luckily the flood didn't take them out.
Yeah. Are they back open now?
They say if the lights is on, stop by and support them. But the game co-op, I don't think is running.
I don't know if they can.
I mean, I know they just want to do that salvage sale. Mm-hmm. And it was like the police up there wouldn't let anybody come in and help support, get them people on there. Because, I was looking at that as like, I come down here, I really try to, give people directions to come down here and buy and everything. But, even in this world, everything's a community. Mm-hmm. And, you gotta, they took a bad lick, and I mean.
Yeah, they did.
I don't think anybody really wished their downfall. Mm-mm. But, I mean, it's sad, we're trying to be a community and try to support each other. But I think East Kentucky, they're the closest thing really is on the Olive Branch.
They posted their Dragonstorm pre-release, and they had 62 people.
I know.
That's crazy.
Me and Alex was talking about it. He wanted to go to somewhere in Ohio.
Yeah.
I can't remember where
Goblin Traders.
Yeah, Goblin Traders. And I'm like, I don't want to go that far, but he's like, I think East Kentucky's sold out of their pre-release kits. I'm like, I can get up there in Goblin Trader. I can hold us back.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not going.
In the comment section down below, I can get pre-release kits. I just can't get them on pre-release. So I'm talking about stuff that's afterwards. Do you think that's worth getting and holding on to at all? Leave a comment. What do you think? You think it's worth getting?
If you ever want to sit on it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you are definitely just want to say, you're not going to bring it out here and try to play.
No. I don't know what would be the point of it. I'd rather do a draft after that point.
Yeah, I mean, if you're,
pre-release kits are basically a draft, just all in like one little box.
Yeah. Well, actually,
but I guess it's better because you get to make your deck right there.
Because a true draft is 3 packs.
And pre-release that you build your deck with that kit,
6.
right? Yeah, you don't pass it along, do you?
No.
Yeah.
No, it's a sealed
event.
And you can't trade with other people.
Yeah.
But in a draft, you take the card you want, you pass
it. Yeah. That's fun. Draft's fun.
Because, and then you got to really look at your strategy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, am I going to pull this? Am I going to keep this stupid card, but I'm going to pass it over?
The last time I done a draft was down at East KY, and we done Interstrated Remaster, and it was really fun.
I mean, I want to do a draft.
It's fun. We'll have to do. We need to get a box and make everybody just pitch in.
We
and
need to get 8 people.
8 people. Yep.
That's going to be the hard people. But
Yep.
But I think if you start running some drafts, it would be pretty good. Because that struggles.
We need more people first.
Yeah.
We need more players first.
Yeah. I mean, I try.
I mean, it's $15 for the enter a draft, so that's not too bad, really.
Yeah, no, I mean, on the entry fee alone, it ain't.
And you got 3 packs, so.
And whatever deck or you build, I mean, you take home with you too.
Yeah.
I mean,
I hit Crater Hoof and paid for more than my entry fee, so Crater Hoof.
Well, you got to build a green deck.
Yeah, I bet a green deck that night.
Because, it's...
and I got the casting too, so it was a good game for that one, the first player.
Yeah, Crater Hoof Zombie.
Yeah.
Big Zombie. But, it's... I love to do, something down here or participate.
Yeah.
When we get more people to do a draft. Maybe even something crazy ideals of like a mystery bag commander deck.
That'd be fun.
I mean, and no, you don't have people pre-order off of you. And then you just put them in the old brown sandwich bags and, and it's all randomized, put numbers on it, and have people roll dice to get to pick who goes first.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would probably be the funnest thing ever was. And I believe it would.
Well,
but got to get those supply chains open.
Unfortunately for the Magic players, unless we get WPN, it's hard to be a full Magic store.
Yeah.
And we literally have everything for Universes, Flesh and Blood, and Alpha Clash.
Yeah.
I almost want to, I hate to say it because I love Magic, but it's almost better to focus on another card game. Like if we want to run something here.
Yeah.
But Magic Magic's awesome and it's...
Well, they're like technically 4 people?
Yeah.
Really is diehards to Magic right now. So.
We have more people getting commander decks. I try to keep commander decks down here. They usually get bought instantly. Yeah.
And not always by me.
No.
I've always been usually the one in the back of the line to be like, we'll get, it's gone.
Yeah.
And then look.
They're usually gone quick.
Look at Ron. Yeah.
Well, guys, I don't know. We've been going for about an hour and 8 minutes. Any final words for this podcast? I don't forget what episode it is, but it'll be listed somewhere to figure it out again. It's been a minute. It's been like 2 months, right?
Yeah, we're going to try to get back up on this schedule.
Yeah, we're going to try to get back doing this all the time.
And then I'm going to start, hopefully when I get my computer, I know you ain't a fan of the computer of that, but...
America.
But it has the best editing software on it. But I'm going to start doing my YouTube channel back. Really looking at keeping my name just Take 3 or maybe change my name to something more around Kentucky-ish theme. I don't know yet. And I'm also thinking about maybe trying to get my own little podcast and then more. Yeah. I want to do more product reviews.
Yeah.
I don't want to teach nobody nothing. I thought that was going to be fun on my YouTube channel, is to make teaching videos. And that was the worst thing I've ever decided. It was just not me. And
sometimes you got to try stuff, see if you like it or not.
But I love setting, and the reason I thought I would love it is I love teaching people in person, not on camera. So, that's not for me. But I'm going to do more product reviews and box opening, and I got an idea for a battle, but it's going to be like 3 packs of 3 packs of 3 different sets.
Yeah.
Or companies, really, what it is. It's just going to be a massive battle set.
Let's see, what is my plans? I actually going to start doing some sports opens. I have like 3 recorded. So that'll be on the channel. We're going to keep doing the podcast. I'm going to keep selling cards and working. That's my life. I stay in this building for 15 hours a day at this point.
But I'm also looking at getting a 3D printer, so I'm going to do content
That'd be
on the 3D print. And, as somebody from Eastern Kentucky, I just don't know as much as, John here, they go to school for it, but I'm going to figure it out.
I don't know a lot about 3D printing. I know.
But you're more techie.
Yeah.
That's why
I'm more
IT.
I'm more tech savvy.
Yeah.
Friendly with software and stuff like that. I get that, but when it comes to 3D printing, I don't know a lot about it. I set one up at a school, and like you just put filament in it and click the user software they recommend, drag your image in there, whatever you want to print. There used to be a cool software you used to like design stuff, and I designed one. It's another hobby to get into.
I'm gonna start doing that mostly for my youngest boy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a lot of sensory and fidget toys mostly.
That'd be cool.
That's my plan, but anybody knows them terms, they know what that is.
Yeah.
So, and I'm gonna get back into the sublimation world.
Yeah, I had people ask me who can make those tumblers. So
I'm gonna make tumblers, but when you buy off of me, it's basically you're buying a white cup. I'm just putting what on you want.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm not really going to advertise designs, because that's how you get in trouble.
Well, just you design them and we'll put them here.
Yeah, just
people buy them.
Yeah, it's basically you want to walk in and you're going to be like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my plans moving forward right now.
Yeah, check out the website, guys. Hopefully, I might do a website design redesign in the future when I get some more time and money to have like a professional do it. That's just my design right now. The website is falling behind. I need to put more content on it. I need to do a lot of stuff. I need to make more videos. I'm glad we're doing the podcast again. But like I said, the 26th, preparing for that. We're just trying to keep the wheels moving around here, basically, at this point.
Yeah.
This big move and shift and everything has been crazy.
And we've had some horrible weather in the last, ever since Christmas.
Last month was a terrible month for me. Not only my position at work, full-time job, the moving, then the weather, it all struck at once, and it was absolutely awful.
And then from January,
yeah,
when it started snowing around here, and that's not something we're used to in Eastern Kentucky, it would snow one day and pretty well be gone the next.
Then snow again.
But this lasted, there was snow on the ground for over a month.
Yeah, it has been very bad.
And then Friday, we just got our second flood of the year. And it was just as almost bad as the first flood.
I know. The weather around here has been awful. This position change, moving.
Kentucky weather has been known to be psychotic.
I don't know how in the world I've kept doing this, to be honest with you.
That's just something.
There has been days I'm just like, why am I still trying to sell cards? And I ship cards until I about pass out on TCG Player. I'm like, why am I doing this? My health has took a toll a little bit. I ain't gonna lie, but I'm trying. I'm persevering through the bad times. The move and trying to keep the card store running has been extremely hard. It's been hard mode.
Yeah.
It has been hard mode. Well, I wouldn't be able to do it with people like Tony here and pitching in, helping out, and getting stuff. I don't know what I've done without my buddies.
Yeah. You got
helping out.
Yeah. helps with the flesh and blood side real good.
Wes helped move. Ron helped move. It is like a
I
blessed.
can move a glass case we bust.
Yeah, we busted one of the glass cases. That was awesome. But I'm just glad to be moved. It has been very, very hard and very, very expensive. Plus losing a position I had for 3 years. So still working full time and doing this. So we're trying to keep going. It's been very hard though. I am not gonna lie. Days I'm just like, why even bother?
But I mean, where this was about a little over a month ago.
6 months. Just think of where this started. What we didn't even. We had like a community.
Yeah, and
then I was just like, I wonder if I can actually sell cards because not everybody wants to drive an hour away to get stuff.
No, that's my biggest thing about this is I'm 12 minutes away.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and I don't really have to get on no real bad roads to come to here. You know, and when you talk about East Kentucky, and I like them over there, but that's a bad road. When you hit 23 around here, it's like, it's rough. And they don't really do nothing in the wintertime on them roads, and you really got to pay attention.
Yeah.
You know, but Sayersville's always been known to sort of scrape the roads a little better.
Yeah.
You know, maybe not the side roads in Sayersville, but the main road, if you can make it to the main road, you can pretty well get wherever you've got to go.
And it ain't just my small business. It's been everybody's small business around here. Like, you know, we work real close with the Farmhouse Diner. Whenever the diner's closed, they lose a lot of money.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they lose a lot of money that day for not being open. Like, it affects everybody.
Yeah.
It's been a hard month. It's been a hard year already. So.
Well, and they went on like 3 or 4 days.
They couldn't even open during the flood the other day.
Oh, yeah?
Nope.
Why?
Couldn't get there.
Was the water over there?
They couldn't get there. They was trapped.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they couldn't get there. I went over and actually had to. They had a bunch of freezer food in the floor because Browns had delivered to them, and they didn't have nobody there to put it in the freezer. So I went over and put it in there for them. So we're working together around here to make dreams come true. It's hard around here sometimes, guys. Good old Eastern Kentucky.
It has to be
It's a community, that's for sure.
Yeah, you know, and that's something you ain't gonna get in an old big city.
No. Oh man, they'd be like, when I live in Lexington, and I'll end it right here, I guess. If somebody wrecks in Magoffin County or Eastern Kentucky, it is like you're stopping and you're trying to help this person. Yeah. I watched people. One day I got off work at this school I worked at, and I was in one of the bigger lanes trying to get on like New Circle, and somebody hit head on or something like that, and people just drove by. Act like nothing happened. I mean, there was at least 10 cars done it.
Yeah.
10 cars drove by this, didn't get out and ask these people is okay. Didn't call 911 or nothing. I got it. I was like, are you guys okay? Like nobody stopped. Like, I don't know. Let me call 911. Are you okay? I just don't know I don't know how you do that to another human. Like,
and when there's a law in place,
if
you're the first one on the scene, you have to, by law.
Yeah.
There.
These people was driving right on by like it was I mean, I've come across wrecks too, and people just drove on by like big wrecks. They just drive on by.
I drove by a few, but there's always been somebody motioning.
Yeah.
You know, signaling to go around. And,
yeah.
And you know, before
that's fine if somebody's there taking care of it. Okay. But now I have seen somebody wreck. I got out, called 911. There wasn't nothing else I could do, and I went on to work. But at least I called 911 and told them where the wreck happened. Like, I'm gonna go on to work. I was like, this guy's, I don't know. I don't think he's dead, but you actually ain't supposed to touch nobody or anything.
No. That sets you up for a lawsuit.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
I called 911. I was like, there ain't nothing else I can do. I'm gonna go on to work, I guess, so I don't get in trouble there. That's the problem's work.
But now, if the car's on fire, I think there's a law covers you on that.
Yeah.
I think it's a good Samaritan. If you can bust the window out and get the person out. But as soon as you basically get them to safety if the car's on fire, you can do that.
I just know. I hope if I wreck, somebody stops and asks if I'm okay, because you don't know.
Yeah, and well, that's like your cousin. He wrecked his Mustang.
Yeah.
I mean, I just seen him at the dollar store, and he said, "Yeah, I got up, I lit a cigarette, walked off." But he said, he said, I told him my car, but I didn't walk away with a scratch.
Huh.
And I was like, "Oh, that's lucky."
Yeah.
Because it was a bad one. He totaled that Mustang.
Yeah.
So, people does, I think, and I mean, I'm done after this, but that's like, we had a flood Friday, and I had to get my little girl to the dentist in Winchester.
Mm-hmm.
She was getting put to sleep. And we flooded horrible over my way. That even, my neighbors over there, they're older people. And they had a tree across their driveway, and me and Jane went over there and helped scoot it out of the way. Put it on the ditch line. People does around in Eastern Kentucky does.
It's different. That's for sure.
I mean, but then when you go to like Lexington, Louisville, and places like that, even in Kentucky, you lose that.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, we got more stories, guys. Tune in next time. AppalachiaTCG.com. This is the Appalachia TCG podcast. Your host, Big John, and Just Take 3, Anthony Tony Cardi.
Yep.
We'll see you guys in the next one.
Sweet.